Listen, Crazy Russian Dad here. I want to talk about sex today in this transmission. So, two disclaimers. One, it will be PG-13 stuff. Maybe even rated R, partially, okay? Number two, if you're an adult, hang up now, you probably won't learn much. But if you're a young teenager like my children's children, listen, okay? Now, of course, another disclaimer, by all means, listen to what your parents say and your rabbi and your priest and all of that. I hope moral standards are high, but it's a sensitive subject, it's a confusing subject. I'm not perhaps very qualified, but I'll share my view. I know there is this Dr. Ruth, a famous sexologist. I don't know, I think I listened to her once. She talked about mainly masturbation and Arsenio Hall, so I did not learn much from her, except that I think she might be a Michiganer. But anyway, I'm sorry, Dr. Ruth, you're probably wonderful, you helped a lot of people. So sex, confusing subject, right? There was no sex in Soviet Russia. I mean, that was the claim. In 1985, I think there was this tele-bridge, sort of, imagine all those years ago, think like sort of a Skype session between two countries, where like 500 people in St. Petersburg and 500 people in, I don't know, New York, and they talked, exchanged views, and I was there watching television, I was there. Somebody asked, tell us about sex in Russia, and some party member stood up and said, there is no sex in Russia. I mean, even the KGB informants in the audience, I think, kind of went like this and then stared at their shoes. They must have at least heard about sex if they didn't have it themselves. But here in America, and in general, I mean, this is 2015. I'm told that in America, you read articles, I don't know, maybe just journalists make it up. Children are sexually active at the age of 9. I don't think I was sexually aware until the age of 29, but anyway, then they talk about sexting. What's the sexting? I cannot understand. How do you, I mean, logistically, I mean, with 140 characters, no, that's Twitter, so maybe, is there a Twitter sexting? I don't know. So via text you can do so. I'm not sure how you actually get it. So sex, confusing. Very confusing. It's not just for procreation, let's face it. We parents always probably talk about this in serious terms, but it's fun, right? It's pleasurable. Otherwise people wouldn't do it. It's like playing video games. They wouldn't do it if it was not fun. Like my father never had the talk with me, okay, because it's a taboo subject in Soviet Russia, and there. But here my wife told me, talk to older boy to have the talk. So I tried to have the talk, and he said, okay, that's good. And then he told me about his Warcraft level 90 character. So I thought, all right, I guess I'm safe. So, and then a year later, wife said again, have talk with him. But by then he said, Dad, please, I know everything. So I don't know. I'll try to have another talk with him, because he obviously does not watch my channel. So yeah, sex changes things, right? I mean, people are fascinated with it. Supposedly average man thinks about every 1.3 seconds. I don't know, it's an interesting statistic, okay? But it changes things, right? If you have sex with somebody, you might think they're the one, and they may not be the one. You just guys had sex, so it's serious. Yes, you can, that's how babies are made. I hope your parents told you, okay? If not, rewind and don't listen to me, right? So it's serious stuff. The whole premarital sex, don't know. I mean, the whole area is great. I mean, what if you're 17, you're in love and you're ready? Well, I don't know what's right for you. What I do know is that do not be pressured into anything, and God forbid, especially, I read all these stories now, for boys, don't ever pressure or force anybody, okay? You must, I tell my boys, and if you listen to me, I would tell you, you must treat girls like ladies, always, right? And God forbid, don't pressure anybody. And girls, if you feel something is off, just, don't do it, right? In a sense that if you're not comfortable, consult with somebody, consult with your parents, your mother, your friend, okay? But yeah, just and don't confuse the boys. They're already confused. They play too many video games. So very confusing subject, right? But I think look within, talk to parents, okay? If in doubt, go do homework, okay? And don't do the sexting thing. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, but if people do it, don't do it, okay? Do homework, study stuff, do music, and then think about those matters. Especially as you become more adult, you have to face that stuff. I'm not sure you learned something from me today. It's an important subject. Maybe I'll talk about it again, but that's all for today. Good night.